She's vlogging in June, folks. She's also quite glowy, having just danced around the kitchen. Good morning. It is the 1st of June, and I have decided to vlog every day in June, mainly because June is nuts for me. I don't really understand why, but June is nuts. So I thought I'd bring you with me because there's some really fun stuff that's happening, and I haven't vlogged since a holiday in April and haven't really picked up a camera and talked to YouTube since April. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to do a month in the life. And also, then it's a good halfway point because I always do Vlogmas, which is the 12th month, and this is the 6th month, so like halfway through the year. Hi, for those who don't know me, I should have done this first, shouldn't I, rather than a minute in. Hi, my name's Sophie, aka Spring Snowflake. I talk a lot. Well, I say I talk a lot on the internet. I haven't really talked a lot since April. Because 2025, folks, where is it going? I've had my birthday. We had the kid's birthday when we were in the last vlog. Now it's June, and anyway. So it is, as I said, it is yes, it is Sunday. Whew. I'm in the house on my own right now. I have my headphones around my neck because I'm about to go for a walk into town to drop off a parcel. But I thought I'd do my intro before I went so that then I can do some footage of my walk. Because rather than driving to town to drop off my parcel, I'm going to walk. For those of you who follow me on social, who follow my personal account, which is Sophie Swan, Xuan, I was doing the Mega Miles Challenge in May for in aid of the Charity for Civil Servants, which supports me as a civil servant. Really awesome charity. They do some really interesting things, and I'd never heard of them before August because that's when I started my job within a government adjacent organisation. Therefore, I get to be called a civil servant. I'm not really a civil servant by the kind of what people think is a civil servant, but I work in a government adjacent. Arm's length is what we're called, an arm's length government organisation. I work for UK Research and Innovation at the Science and Technology Facilities Council. Yeah, and have been working there since August when I went back to work after deciding that full-time self-employment was not for me. I've gone on a tangent. Anyway, on the internet, I am known as a Spring Snowflake, and I do lots of creative things, including crochet design, teaching, some knitting teaching currently, which is quite interesting, and also everything to do with woolly wire or knitted wire creations, as I've called them woolly wire. Most people call them knitted wire or tricotin, weirdly, or tricotin, as I've heard an American say in a video, and tricotan as well, which slightly angers the French person in me, but we'll move on. This month, you can expect a lot of rambling like this. You can expect a couple of times when I'm going away. One which I'm very excited about because I'm going to Download Festival again this year, which interestingly both falls on the weekend of Father's Day, oh dear, and also Worldwide Knit in Public and Crochet Day, which is on the 14th of June. So Father's Day is on the 15th of June, Worldwide Knit in Public Day is on Saturday the 14th of June, and there's also Friday the 13th at Download, so you can imagine what fun things people are going to wear on Friday the 13th. For those of you who don't know, Download Festival is a rock and metal festival based in Donington. Castle Donington? Yes. Or is it just Donington? In the UK. Just north of Birmingham-ish. And I will be going for 4 nights. 4 nights? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, 4 nights with my friends. It's going to be really excited. I'll tell you a bit more about that when we get nearer to the time. I've got, I'm going away with work in a few days' time, so I'm going to be vlogging that. We're going to the National Water Sports Centre in Nottingham. We're going all around the country for a couple of times to go and look at some schools for Amelia. Amelia is my 9-year-old. But I won't be vlogging those because schools, no. But I'll be vlogging the journeys. I also am planning to talk to you a little bit about the crafty bits of my life. So I'm going to do a few kind of sit and chat or tidy and chat, because we're going to tidy my craft room in one of my videos. So I've got the month planned-ish. We all know these vloggy months. You can go in with a really good plan of stuff and then something happens and you kind of are playing catch up on yourself. My plan is to post a video every day. There will be some days when I don't do that. Download's going to be probably that weekend. So there will be a weekend where I will have data, but I will not have enough. There's 70 to 90,000 people in a field. There's a lot of people wanting data. So I probably won't upload on those days, and there'll be kind of a glut on the Monday, Tuesday after I come back. But my plan is to try and upload every day, at least the morning after, if I can. But again, life. So you will see the plans I have is going to be, we're going to do a bit of a craft room tour. We're going to do a bit of a craft room sort. I'm going to show you some of the stash. I'm going to do a couple of tutorials as well. So if you are interested in the whole woolly wire, using a knitting mill for I-cord type things, there will be a couple of videos of tutorials. And just general life with the family. I asked Amelia and Chris, who is my husband, before I did this, whether they were happy, A, that I was vlogging, and B, that if they were going to be part of it. They seemed to be happy about it. So nearer the end of the month, I'm going to do an Ask Me Anything. So hopefully under this video and under every subsequent video up until a point where I cut it off, there will be a Google form. No, I don't think they will actually. Just put it in the comments. Yeah. And I'll say it at the end of every video until I stop saying it. But if there's any questions you want to ask me, anything, if you want to ask Amelia, because that kid loves being in front of camera, or Chris. He's not a frequent person in front of the camera, but he does dabble. So if you've got any questions for my husband, absolutely. I can put them to him. Whether he'll answer them, I don't know, but we can put them to him. Yeah, so I'll do that nearer the end of the month. And nearer the end of the month, we will be getting very close to Carry On Crafting. I am going to be vending and teaching at Carry On Crafting this year, which is I'm on my phone, so I can't check my calendar. It's in the middle of, I think it's the third weekend of July. I'll put it here. Yeah, and I will be vending and teaching. All my classes are sold out, which is bonkers. They sold out about a month ago, and the event's in July. I'm just a bit like, thank you. Yeah, I'm teaching knitting, crochet, and woolly wire words. So that'll be really cool. But I need to prep for it. I need to stock take. I need to order stock because I know I don't have enough mills. And I can kind of take you through how I prep for a show. I don't do that many shows. I mostly now am focusing on teaching at yarn shows because that's where my joy lies. And 2025 for the business is all about bringing the joy back a little bit, because 2024 was a little bit of a flop for the business. It was great. I had a lot of fun. I made some money. But if you look at my tax return for this year, I made no money. I didn't lose any money, but I didn't turn a very good profit. So that just kind of shows me in money form that going full-time with the business was not for me. But I still enjoy it. I still like talking to people. I still like teaching people about these things. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But Carry On Crafting is a different beast because I love it. It's such a lovely weekend. And yeah, so I'm going to be back doing that again. So I will be prepping for it at the end of the month as well. So yes, it's going to be a bumper-filled June. I have now been talking for almost 10 minutes. See what I mean? Rambling. I'm going to go for a walk, and I'm going to go take this to my local convenience store that is a Yodel parcel person, because I sold something on Vinted. I just have to ask you all to admire the beautifulness of my front beds. This My peonies are kind of in the middle, but that one's beautiful. There's two there. Yeah. This is not me. I am not green-fingered at all. I have a lovely lady that comes and does it for me. After lunch, I have just done all that laundry there still is to do. In this household, I am the person that deals with laundry, right? But there's multiple steps to laundry, isn't it? There's the putting the laundry in the washing machine. There's the setting the washing machine off. Great, that's one step. It's then making sure you actually listen for the beep, transferring the wet laundry to a place for it to dry, so either the tumble dryer or an airer or the washing line. Then removing the dry laundry from whatever place it is being dried at a time when it is dry. Then, so that's step 3. Then folding it, step 4, then putting it away. Now, I'm pretty good at steps 1 to 3. I'm not good at steps 4 and 5. Hence why this happens. I thought I'd talk to you about one of the projects you'll see quite a lot of in June vlogs. I am participating in Stash Dash this month. Well, I think it ends at the 30th of August, something like that. So I'm determined to get some of my projects finished. There will be some new cast-ons. In fact, one of them will happen at some point this week. But I have 2 crocheted garments on the go that I'm kind of on the going with right now. One of them is currently, I'm looking at it on the floor because it's laid out. And another one is in this bag. So I'll show you the one in the bag. Do I need to go and get my tripod? I probably do. Good. Right, so. Now what is, oh, I'm sitting on a turtle. There's also a not jellyfish. He's called Jelly, he is an octopus. Right, in this hide and handbag is my current obsession. Both yarn and project. So in here currently is, oh my god, it looks so cool on the camera. Hang on, that's the back, this is the front. This is the Secret Garden top by Nomad Stitches. Love Nomad Stitches. Sandra makes awesome crochet patterns. It is 4-ply and I am using some pretty epic yarn. Hang on, I'm just getting it. This yarn, which is currently in a Jo Knit Sew periodic table cozy, is the Lunar Confetti yarn from Cool Woolings, Nick, which I bought at the Big Flock. This is possibly the fastest I've ever gone from between buying yarn and making it into a thing, because I only bought it on the 17th of May. I have one of the full skeins of 4-ply, and then I also bought the mini skein set, which goes from green and yellow, green to blue, green and blue, blue to purple, purple to pink, pink to red. The actual skein goes from in that colour order and then back again as you make it. So I have started with the main skein, and now I'm starting to, as you can see from the bottom, transition in the mini skeins whilst I'm doing 2 rows of the mini of alternating a mini skein, and then a row of the multicoloured. So yes, I want to wear this for download. So I have precisely, hang on, it's Sunday right now. So 7 days to the next Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wait, I have 11 days to finish this top. I have done what I would class as the most complicated bit, which is doing the straps, putting them together and making sure everything works out count-wise. So if you've never made a Nomad Stitches pattern before, they're very wordy. Sandra very much is into her detail, which I like and also don't like because I get quite distracted by the detail. I think that's probably the right way of describing it. So yes, joining it took some brain finagling. But yes, this is my current obsession. I want to wear this on the Sunday of download. So I could actually take it to download and finish it at download, but I'd rather finish it before so I can block it and it's actually perfect. But I want to wear it on Sunday because Steel Panther are playing, and Steel Panther and Neon go hand in hand like Mr. Whippy and Flake. That's a very British analogy, but it works for me. So that is the Secret Garden top in Cool Woolings Lunar Confetti. The other one I'm currently doing is on the floor, but it is Granny Squares. It's a modular cardigan. I'm doing a Granny Square cardigan and I'm using the Yes You Cardican pattern from the Pigeon's Nest, the lovely Bex, who, and I can't call her Pigeon because it then reminds me of Pidge, who is one of the people I went to school sixth form with. So I then get his face in my head when I say Pidge. So I can't call her Pidge or Pigeon because then it reminds me of a teenage boy. Anyway, so yes, I am currently granny squaring. I'll show you in a minute. I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you, but I've put all the squares that I have out. I actually stole some squares. I stole 12 squares from this to make a hot water bottle cover in the winter, which is when this I put this pattern together and hated it, and I've put it together in a different way now, and I'm replacing some of those squares with slightly different squares, and I'm hoping that my plan for it this time will make me like it more, because it's got precious skeins in it and I really want to make use of those precious skeins. But yes, I'm holding 4-ply double, and I have 4 colours that are made up of 2 different skeins, apart from, well, I'll just show you. So my colour A is this blue, which is made up of a strand of chromatic yarns. There you'll see the sparkle. It's their sparkle sock in, hang on, I have the thing because I've kept them all. Watery Sphere, which is sparkle sock, 75 merino, 20 nylon, 5 lurex, so it's very sparkly, and I'm holding it double with a very vintage Stranded Dye Works merino nylon in Naive watercolour, which I think was Jude's take on this one, on a Monet The Water Lilies painting. Watery Sphere looks like this. So these two are being held together, doubled, for colour A. I then have, and I'm holding this is one colour which I'm holding double. This is, oh no, it's run away from me, hang on. Oh God, I'm doing well. This is the Soph colour, so it's very precious, by Fine Fish Yarns. This is just a merino nylon, but it's a very light turquoise with some, to me, this looks like a koi pond. It is water with lots of like speckles of different colours that look really cool when crocheted up. So that is just being held double as one. Oh, and then, oh God, everything's running away from me. That was Fine Fish. Where's the label for that one? There it is. Fine Fish yarns. I don't think she's dying anymore, but it is called Soph. So I had to get that, obviously. Then we have two. I'm holding this yarn, which is merino cotton. This is stranded, one of the last stranded colourways that Jude dyed before stopping, which is the Stranded Elf. This is in memory of Mary, Jude's mum. So I'm holding that double. It's merino cotton, and oh my God, this thing is the softest. Merino cotton is a wonderful base. I wish more dyers did it. And then there are two merino bamboo yarns from Giddy Yarns, Helen. One is Tom Thumb, and the other one I believe is the Frog Prince, but I do not have the ball band for that one, which is annoying. These two. These were part of Helen's, I believe that's Frog Prince and that's Tom Thumb. These are part of Helen's Grimm Fairy Tale Collection club thing that she did a few years ago. So yes, so I'm holding those double. I'm holding everything double with a 5.5mm hook, and I'm basically making traditional kind of colour swap granny squares, and also half square triangles. So one half of the square is one colour and one half of the other square is another, and I will turn around and show you that in a minute. But yes, I've got, after this square is done, I've got 5 more squares to do for the body and the fronts, and then I'm going to join them, and then I've got to work out what I'm doing for the arms, whether I'm going to do more squares or whether I'm going to just do granny stripes. I'm going to, once it's joined, it's going to be actually quite cropped, so I'm going to do probably 8 rows, so 2 rows of each colour, but alternating, so like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 probably, to lengthen, to add more length to the body. But yeah, I can't decide whether I want to do granny squares and make the arms quite big, because it would need to be 2 granny squares. Like this is the width basically. Well, this is the width of a granny square. It's not. That's not going to go around my arms. So yeah. But 4 granny squares might be a bit big, so I need to work out whether I want to have quite loose sleeves or whether I just want to do and then cinch it in right at the bottom. I do like a kind of cinched in rapid decrease at the wrist, but yeah, I don't know. I'm almost at the end of this granny square, which is good, which means I can add it in. I need to join because it's got lots of tails on it. I had lots of breaks in the yarn because I used this, not the blue, but the Stranded Elf. So this is the Watery Sphere Naive Watercolour, and the Stranded Elf are in this square. I think because I had joined using a slip stitch, zigzag slip stitch, I had quite a lot of like kind of shorter pieces of yarn which I put together and have now been using to make up the newer squares, but it does mean I've got quite a little ends to weave in. It looks a bit like a jellyfish right now, so that'll be done. But yeah, I thought I'd just tell you about those, and then I think that's probably enough footage for day 1. And I will, tomorrow is Monday, so it's a normal, Amelia is back to school after half term tomorrow, which means her sports kit is currently in my washing machine, and so I will do school run. I've got to go to the gym because I always go to the gym on Mondays and Fridays. Go and see my lovely PT Sean, he's awesome. and then it's a normal kind of business day. So I might do one of my sit down and chat vlogs, or I might do my craft room tidy. We'll see how much energy I have. One of the lovely ladies who comes to my craft group on Fridays, because I run a craft group on Fridays, she suffers from long COVID, bless her, and she talks about battery. So she talks about like her level of her battery whenever I see her, which I think is a really nice way of describing levels of fatigue. So because people understand, like everyone's got a phone that has a certain amount of percentage of battery, so when you say you're at 20%, you're like, oh okay, we need to recharge soon. So yeah, it's good, and I'm learning to kind of use that with myself. But yeah, we'll see how the battery's looking tomorrow. Anyway, day one done. I will see you tomorrow. Are you asleep or are you awake?